And we got bananas in chat from Badger Spanner, Surprise Tulpa, Suzuku, Monkey, Ben, Sass9602, Jolkip, Billman68, Emerald Rain, Kuum HQ, Urka72, Torrance 1983, Haley Bailey, Rapand, Entity Cramming, Stinu112, and Yaharida. Thank you for the bananas, peeps. The bananas are going off the top of the streams. That means that we're all here and we're all very excited for some Hermitcraft, right? I'm very excited for some Hermitcraft. False is also streaming, by the way. She's working on the Nether Hub, and I've told her she can come over here and grab some materials, you know? Anyway, pre-stream music was Devin Townsend with the song Deadhead, and oh my goodness me, is that one heck of an engulfing song. Like, you just have to sit down and appreciate his voice and the music in that song. It's incredible. If anyone enjoyed that, go check out Devin Townsend, one of the most amazing musicians alive. Okay, not over-exaggerating there in the slightest. His musical output over the years is utterly incredible. And he's got a new album on the way, and there's a new song out for it today. For any Devin fans out there, go check it out. It's called Genesis. I feel like it's just one of those songs that I'm going to need to listen to over and over again to start to appreciate more, because it's a real cluster of ideas. There's like just one thing after the next, and it goes all over the place. But certainly an interesting listen, and I'm excited for the new record. Anyway, I'm in a very Devin Townsend mood now because I've been listening to that. By the way, peeps, in between streams I got tons of ink sacks sorted out, and as you can see, I'm putting things to use, and we're stocking up on materials for the Nether Hub. Also over here we've got our glass prepared for a time-lapse, which we're recording at the beginning of the stream, and we have all the materials as well. There was something else that I did down here. I put the skeleton horses into boxes, and just thinking, okay, we need a couple of torches down there. We just need to get prepared here, really. First things first, I'm going to change my render distance to something rather low. I'm also going to need to launch a different client. Oh, that's a good point. That's a very good point. I'm not quite as prepared as I thought I would, peeps. So we've got Spangleboo here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Where are those months in a row, Spangle? Where have they gone? Do you want to type something in chat? See if the face has changed. That's really strange. It just says subscribe with Prime. Spangle, thank you as always so much for your continued support. It's broken, says Spangle, with a golden face. So I think it's probably broken, but also still okay. Sass9602 is here for 16 months, saying, hi X, have fun playing on Hermitcraft today. I will try my very best to have fun. I imagine it'll be easy. Thank you so much, Sass. I appreciate your support. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. We got Stino112 for 7 months, saying, and another month bites the dust. Ba-dum-ts. Shouldn't it be? Boom, boom, boom. Love to watch you stream and watch your vids. Glad you enjoy it, buddy. Thank you for your support. Philon says, nice, woke up in time. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Make sure to do your morning stretches. Right, what are we doing? Got to change the. I've got to shut it down. I've got to shut it down because we've got to change the client over, peeps. I wasn't prepared. Bad streamer X. Oh, it's so entertaining watching a black screen. Another one rides the bus, says Good Oak. Okay, so let's get back into this. We are going on Hermitcraft, obviously. Premium black screen, indeed. Premium quality black screen. Mitch says, hello, what's been going on? Have I missed much? Now, you got here right at the beginning. Okay, so different client, different render distance. We'll go even less, right? We want to maintain our frames while we do this. So we're going to go for 5. I mean, it's more than enough to see in this area, basically, while we're building. We need those torches, and we need to see what we're building. Hang on. Okay, there we go. That's how we want to get started here. Sasane is here, resubscribing for 4 months, saying, only a few months on Twitch, 11 months on Let's Play Minecraft together. That's a baby and a bit. Happy birthday, LPMT. Indeed. Indeed. Let's do that before I get too lost in all the building stuff, right? Peeps, if you're not aware, you should be by now. Tuesday is the day to chalk into your calendar. That's right, use chalk. I don't care if you've got a smartphone. Use some chalk on it. Jeez. I shouldn't probably slap my desk and make loud noises, right? Anyway, on Tuesday, which is the 26th, we're having a celebratory stream day. So, as you can see, lots of peeps from the community are streaming throughout the day. So be sure to put it in your calendar, as I said. Jeez. Right, now let's get back to things as usual. I need to launch my camera account onto the server. And it needs also to use the proper client. There it is. Did anyone come up with a good piece of artwork showing X with his head in a fishbowl from yesterday's stream, says Demon Dragon. I don't know, I've been very, like, work intensive today. It's been very this thing, that thing, you know, just cracking on with everything. I haven't had time to check Twitter, really. Alright, so you're staring at an inventory screen. You're thinking, Asuma, this isn't interesting. But I'll tell you, just hold on. Just hold on, it'll be okay. I've got to get my camera account over to me, and then I need to get OBS recording. I think the beacon beam will need to go. It just looks kind of ugly, so we'll block off the beacon beam. And then I'm going to position the camera account so we have both corners on display. And I'm going to teleport it as well. So we've got like a perfect angle thing going on. So forgive me, I'm doing all the technical stuff. Maybe I should have got this prepared before I started streaming, right? I just didn't think that far ahead. I was like, let's go do this already. I'm actually going to make this a little bit better first. Okay, there we go. Right, so I'm going to Yep. Yep, and then uh-oh. I just managed to teleport myself. If you'd have seen that's the first derp of the stream, you didn't even get to see it. Okay, that's better. Okay, then we want to go down and adjust the angle. Right, I think I've got it, peeps. I think I've got it. Okay, now I'm ready to record and I haven't got OBS running. The squishing noises, yeah, let me cancel the sound. Well spotted, well spotted. I need to optimize this client for recording. I need to bring the frame rate down to like 30. I think I might even go for, let's go for 30, just, it's a time lapse, it'll get sped up, but we'll do it like that. Okay, F1's been pressed. Excellent, right, now I've just got to start recording. Beautiful. Okay. Now we've got to pray that our frames don't disappear, right? Okay, sweet. My friends, we are ready to do a time-lapse together. Live on a live stream, which we don't do very often, do we? And I want to look around a little bit. How smooth is this? Yeah, it feels fine, that's good. Let's do a double, triple check. We've got all the glass that we need. We've got prismarine. I think one thing we might need is a little bit more dark prismarine, so I think it would be smart if the first thing we do is go quickly craft 2 more stacks to put in our inventory. And also we need those torches, right? I only need 2 of them, I think. Oh, do you know what? We're going to be plunged into darkness pretty quickly building this. Because there's no lights down here. So we might want to brew up some night vision potions. That might just be a smart idea. What are you going to be making today, says 240 volts. We're actually recording a time lapse for a video. And we're building the floor of this incredible build. And it's probably the least incredible thing about the whole project. Hopefully you don't make some concrete powder for this build. Hopefully I don't make some. We don't need any. I'm just wondering, have I forgotten anything? Those are the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're making the extra bit of dark prismarine. We're gonna... Right, night vision is the thing. How do I make night vision, peeps? Is it golden carrots? Ah, yikes. I probably don't have carrots, do I? Somewhere down here there's like... Okay, there you go. Good guess. That's a pretty good guess, you know. First time. Don't mind me. A little bit of luck, maybe. Maybe a little bit of skill. Don't doubt me. You know, that's what I'm saying. Don't doubt old X. Okay, I do derp horrendously quite often. But don't doubt me, peeps. Oh yeah, I've also got carrots in my hand. Jeez, okay, 1 derp for the thing you didn't see and another derp for that. 2 derps, are you ready? This is what happens when we stream every day. We're going to end up with more derps than I can count. There's also gold already in this chest. Beautiful. It is what it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Should be more than enough. And now the chat is full of dirt faces. Thanks, peeps. Thanks for reminding me. I didn't think I need reminded. Okay, so we've got to put in 1, 2, 3. Then we need our 4 of those, right? I think this is a pretty simple recipe. Don't think you have to do anything else. Redstone is the other ingredient. I think that's it. No inversion. Badger says it's definitely an Asuma stream now. Yep. The derps are rolling in. The old blaze powder, eh? The old blaze powder, you want it, do ya? You want it. Okay, there we go. Sweet! What did I miss, says Coconut? You missed me configuring my camera account and the client. I know you're disappointed. I know you really wanted to see that configuration go down. But, it's happened. You know, we can't live in the past. Ugh. Right, so we need 8. And the inventory is pretty full. Right. And a crazy noise is now in my eardrum. Bam, there we go. We got Joel Kip here resubscribing for 40 months in a row. That's an emerald face. That is an emerald face in the chat. Thank you, Joel Kip, for your continued support, buddy. I appreciate it. Hoping you're enjoying the stream, of course. This brewing system looks like a redstone genius made it, says Mitch. I know, right? I mean, it's all of that redstone going on. It's just too much. It's too much to understand. It's too complicated. This is like Il Mango level times 1,000. Right, let's go put in our ingredients. Sweet. That can go over here. And we're going to put... Yeah, we're going to put this stuff on the side. In a particular place, I reckon. Do you have a Spotify playlist, says Just Enemy. I don't actually use Spotify. Joel Kip says, of course I enjoy your streams, derp. Otherwise, I wouldn't resubscribe, would I now? Please do not point out the logical fallacy of how I say I hope you enjoy the stream to people who subscribe. I'm just trying to be polite. Jeez. Apparently you've got 666 viewers. Evil X would approve. Mitch says, I'm pretty sure he didn't put redstone into the 6 first explosions. I'm pretty sure that would disagree with you. Heavy Metal Miner says, do you have any plans to visit rock metal festivals this year? Oh, I always got plans. I always got plans. Oops. No, oopsie doopsie. That one's only 3 minutes then. Jeez, I couldn't even put it back in time. Well, that's another derp. The more we stream, the more I derp, it seems. Right. It's not a good look. So if I go and use this, where does the top... Right, I believe that's the top of the area we're building. So we are going to put our chests and we can reach them just a little bit higher. Alright, I should have maybe... Yeah, I should put some things that we're not going to touch that much into here. Probably not going to need the ender chest or the ender pearl. All the night vision potions. And we'll use the dirt bomb first. Right, and the first thing we've got to do is packed ice. See, now you're getting to see how the time lapses come together. Look at all the preparation I do, peeps. I am a prepared Minecrafter. And the rest will be as much of that as we can get. Right, y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Can we get some hype in chat? What's about to happen is the first ever time lapse put together while streaming. You know, I've been doing this for 7 years. Except this. Except what we're about to do. I haven't been doing this for 7 years. This is the first time we're doing this. What a strange sentence that was. What a great way to get started here. Okay, also what's slightly confusing about this is it's not transparent. Which means there is a big hole here, so I'm going to try and place them off the side of the block. Alright, the time lapse is underway. The hype is real. You'll be watching this on YouTube and you'll be saying in the comments, I was there. I am part of that time lapse. I remember when those blocks were placed, and you wasn't looking at it from up above. Like all the simpletons watching the YouTube video. That's right, I called them simpletons. They don't even know about it. Oh. Wild Alex says full symmetry is coming. Please tell her where to get the concrete from. The chest labelled sand and gravel, because I am now doing the time lapse. If she wants to fly down here and be in part of the time lapse and be YouTube famous. Oh, I forgot that we were going to remove the beacon. Well, the beacon gets removed now. You know. Bye bye beacon. Nice knowing you. But it's time for you to go. Also, less fart bubbles in my face. Good thing. It's a good thing that. Whoopsie daisy. I've got the silk touch. The colour difference is ever so slightly different. I think I actually like the other colour a little bit more. It's a bit slightly greenish, but this one it feels like slightly more purple, this one. Look at that! False is now part of the time lapse. Are you telling her, peeps? Are you telling her? Oh, she won't be able to see the creepers. There's creepers here, False. There we go. Sweet, sweet fart bubbles, says Average Martin. There's a sentence probably not said at any other point in history anywhere else in the world. Only here. Only here, only now. Do we say sweet, sweet fart bubbles? X, are you scared about Iskall joining the Architects with Green? Now, why would that make me scared? Why would the response be scared? That is an unusual response to someone joining a group. On a Minecraft server. A group about making Minecraft stuff. Alright, False is working on the Nether Hub, by the way. We'll get to do a little bit more of that later on. How do you do the blueprint thing, says Shishway. We have a program. There goes the first 3 minutes of our time lapse. Known as Light Magica. And it uses the modding thing called Forge. No, not Forge, sorry. Rift. Riff-Raff. Roth, don't know. Rift. And oh, there we go. And that is what we are using, I guess. Light Magica. Okay, I think it still looks weird because there's transparency stuff either side of it at the moment. There you go, now it starts to look a little bit better. She was asking where your camera account was so she could stand in front of it. No, she won't be able to. It's put in a particular position. One that would be difficult to stand in front of. Mobs won't spawn now in the far corners of the hole. Oh! point. Good point. We may have stuff. I think you might have a point there. It'd be very unfortunate if it did. If we leave the hole, stuff might spawn down here. You got a point. It's a bit close to me, I think. It's a bit close for that, isn't it? Right, now you can see why we need redonkulous amounts of glass, right? Because that was just the first layer. So these are where the mobs can spawn. Let's go ahead and do that first then, right? Go put the glass on there. And watch out for real mobs. Also, isn't this song just beautiful? So glad we're listening to Orang again. Did you have more guilty food today, X, says Filions? No, very, very balanced and healthy. Could have eaten more, really. I'm about 600 calories out. Like, deficit. I try and maintain at least 300 every day, but... It just worked out well. Timing of meals and exercising. Just ended up with more than I thought. Aha! Aha! No! No! Danger! Danger! Where's my pick? Where's my pick? What? Where? Sorry, where's my sword? Why is my sword gone? Oh my goodness me, it's there for a reason, right? Okay, now stuff's going to be spawning everywhere. We need to turn this off for a second. Well, this will look fun in the time-lapse. Good shot, I might say. Another good shot, apparently. Huh! Right in your face, Mr. Spider. Right in your face. Okay. I adopted some sort of movie accent now. Okay, dance all you like, but you're still getting wrecked. Stranger danger, says Sklouf. Watch out for that stranger danger. So I guess every block that we place has glass above it. Even though we're working with a schematic, we can deduct that we will put glass on top of the blocks it shows us. So rather than let things spawn again, we'll do this in a different way. We almost died there, peeps. We avoided a derp. Mitch says, so when is this stream going to be a professional Minecrafter stream? I mean, this is it, peeps. This is the face of professional Minecrafting. The derp is real. M&R is what we need to press. Sweet. So I believe what we can do is pretty much put these blocks in and then immediately... Oh look, we can put them straight on the ground. Immediately put glass on top of it. And to think, all of this is just for walking over. Actually, we can put glass not just over those blocks, but over the glass that's already here. Right, so we're establishing the building pattern, you know. I do wonder about making like a different type of tutorial video about building patterns and like, oh, that's kind of weird. Also, how did I get on top? How did I get on top of? Oh, I get it, because we'd already placed the glass. Yeah, so it might come trickier as we build more up. That we find it's hard to jump back on the blocks, but they get closer to each other as well. So maybe not. Anyway, what I was getting at is that sometimes it's really clever to establish a pattern of building and figure out what's the most optimal way for you to place blocks. Like right now, I might actually be doing this slope because I haven't thought about it. In fact, I was. Look, if I face straight down, I place them quicker than on the sides of the blocks. And there are lots of opportunities to think that through when you play this game and just, rather than be like, I'm building this thing, you know, if you think it through and it's got a pattern to how you build it, you can save a little bit of time. And maybe you're only saving like, you know, fractions of seconds, but it's a good thing to do because it always adds up over time. So right now, the best way for me to do this is just to click it straight down onto the cobble. As you can see, that is clearly quite fast. Jump boost potion, says Goat Unicorn. I don't like jump boost. I've never liked it. It's just like, it's good when you're like, I want to jump a little bit higher. But because it lasts for a certain amount of time, I find it just quickly gets in the way as, I mean, it confuses me. Like, I start jumping higher when I don't intend to. That's probably just a me problem right there, you know? Dude, this thing keeps putting blocks in the very first slot. That's the problem. Need to have a sword available, you know? Major says there should be a double jump potion. I'd personally opt for like a double jump feature, like where you can, you know, do a double jump basically. Right, I think we'll go placing this over here next. You should use ender pearls to move around. Oh yeah, I could do that. Well, once we've got a few of these shapes in, it's actually getting a little easier to figure out what we're doing here. So I'm not too bothered by it. Ah, tune. Love this one. I've got to turn my volume for this. An enchantment for your boots, says Lacey DM. Maybe, again, it would be like, I only ever want to like jump a little bit higher every now and then. Maybe it should be like a trade-off for stamina or your like a hunger bar. Because I don't like it as a potion effect or a status effect, and I wouldn't like it as an enchantment because I prefer just, it's just me, like it's just my little brain, but I prefer just being able to like jump and it be consistent. Whenever a jump boost beacon is on, I get so annoyed by it. Just keep finding myself like struggling to navigate and get around because every time I try and go somewhere, it's like, oh, I'm jumping too high to go through it. That's why I never bother with jump boost beacon. How the heck are you doing that, says Sakin Seed. Doing what? What is that? Okay, there goes the night vision. Notice how the overlay isn't affected by the sort of blinking. Oh wow, now it looks truly, this is almost easier. It's even more obvious where I'm supposed to build. Goodness me. I might just keep it like this for a little bit. It's strangely easier potentially. Oh, did we never put glass on top of this? Well, that's bad, isn't it? There might be a couple more places where... Should we quickly just have a mob check? Okay, we seem to be good. Let's get more dark prismarine out. Again, I want to click these onto the cobblestone for speed. The charge jump in the smart movement mod is pretty good. You can use jump as a boost, as a... Can't even reach a sentence. Yeah, like a charge. That sounds really good. Hold it down for longer, jump higher. Okay, that's that one done. Next onto this little patch of ice. Man, I'm loving this music. The only way I could see it being useful for a double jump enchant is where you hit the spacebar twice. That would be cool. Although space to jump is pretty instantaneous, isn't it? But then maybe when you're in mid-air, it detects the second one, and then that's when it gives you the extra bit of height. That actually worked really nicely, I think. Maybe not if you're spamming spacebar and not expecting it, but it sounds alright. Huh. This is kind of trippy, isn't it? Like turtle helmet, but bunny boots for double jump. That sounds amazing. Bunny boots, yeah. Oh, that would be so cool. The turtle helmet's really nice. Quite a few of the hermits like to wear the turtle helmet. I do not do that, but that's because I'm just sort of stuck in like this old way of playing Minecraft, right? I just always play it the same way. Okay, what did we establish last time? I don't know. Ender pearls, was it? Anyway, we're going to abandon that. Just realised something. I'm building ice. Yeah, look, and I'm not putting glass on top of it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Okay, we're going to need the night vision again. And we're going to need to turn this off for a second. Right, little double check. The next level is definitely glass, so Get off my property. Ow! Butt kickers. Stupid butt kickers. Right, ready to get wrecked, buddy? You're trying to hide, are you? You're trying to hide behind that wall? Get wrecked. Oh, 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 oh. It was a creeper, but it would only blow up the slab it was on. And now there's like one spot where something can spawn. What can I fill it up with? Oh, jeez, I don't know. Where are my ender pearls? I put them in the chest, didn't I? Put them in the chest. Can we do this? Yep, we can do that. Right, I'm gonna go get one cobble slab in a moment and put it back down again. Metamorphic Mike says perfect music. There's a bit of some shenanigan music going on here, isn't there? Gabe says, I finally caught a stream. Welcome, Gabe. Glad to have you with us today. Oh, creepy noises in me eardrums, say the peeps. What is wrong with the creepy voices? Nothing. We all need a little bit of creepy whispering in our ear, in our lives. Or maybe not. It's definitely creepy. And very mischievous. How do you add blocks to your hotbar without going to your inventory? Middle click is the trick. I can't believe I'm explaining that to someone else. I am the master of not remembering the middle click. Here's a question for you. How long does it take to place, what, probably 3.5 shulker boxes worth of blocks? Because that's how many we're placing today. That is how many we are placing. Okay, so this is the one we were working on last. X, are you advertising craziness by saying that everyone needs some voices? Yeah, I'm sponsored by Craziness, peeps. Forgot to tell you that. I'm sponsored by Craziness today. Craziness got in touch. They said it's not doing so well lately. There's less craziness going on. We need some more craziness. The Black Ranger PL is here resubscribing for 33 months. Saying 33. Apparently, the new subscription system caused my anniversary thing to be on the actual anniversary of when I subscribed, which is almost 3 years ago. Crazy, right? Anyway, thank you for all the wonderful streams. Thank you for your continued support, buddy. I appreciate it. Twitch has been very twitchy, hasn't it, with its new system? But it almost sounds like it corrected itself or did the right thing that time. But dude, thank you so much for the support, man. Appreciate it. Can't mobs spawn on glass, says Schwowie. Nope, they can't spawn on glass. Which is the whole reason we're using glass down here. And it kind of looks good aesthetically, but mainly it's just because mobs won't spawn on it. Okay, you need to go. And we got another noise in the ear. It's Akan Life. Akan Life, thank you for using your Amazon Prime subscription on me. I appreciate that. I hope you are enjoying today's stream, having a good time hanging out with us, and thank you again for your support. No, mobs spawn on slab or glass. No, that's not true. They don't spawn on either of those things. That's why there's glass down here and slabs. We got Asuma making some jokes here, says No Occultist. I don't claim the jokes will be any good. They'll just be dorky jokes, like always. What is this for? A project? We're making a time-lapse right now. Everything's for a project, surely. Yeah, this is my base right here that we're building. Oh, it's a lot of blocks to place. Hey X, how do you get your inventory to show durability left on your tools? That's like a since day one default feature of Minecraft. Minecraft always shows you the durability of your tools. Unless I'm misunderstanding something. That's not anything. Okay, so now we put that in. Right, we're doing this technique. Oh yeah, we've got to remember to go back and get a slab at some point. Just one slab. That's all it's going to take. Sweet. Another little one down. Oh, F3 plus H. You're on about the advanced tooltips. Right, yeah. F3 plus H is advanced tooltips. Gotcha. Well, other people knew what you meant. I didn't. This is kinda satisfying, says Unicorn Girl. That's Minecraft. Sometimes you just need to needlessly place blocks and listen to some creepy orang music. That's in vanilla. I thought it was an Optifine thing, says Kyriel. Nope, that's a vanilla thing. There we go. I kind of feel like this is cheating if not on by default. I think my opinion on cheating in Minecraft is it's a game where you cheat yourself. And I've played this game for years and years. I played it at a time where you didn't have enchantments. And all I ever feel like is I want to do more, but the game is slow and time gets in the way. And so tools like this are just, to me, they're just tools. They're not cheating because it feels like the game doesn't kind of understand its own potential sometimes, right? Like that it's all about the creation and the making and the doing. And like there's a lot of grind. There's a lot of time you have to put into gathering materials, repairing tools, and even building is kind of slow, right? And you want to unleash more of your creative power. So here on Hermitcraft, this using schematics has been allowed for a long time. We allow like having camera accounts to film stuff. We're allowed to use the replay mod for creating time lapses and creating content because these kind of tools just let you do more interesting and amazing things. So what I'm doing right now would be especially tricky if I wasn't doing this with a schematic mod. And I've done builds like this without a schematic mod. And let me tell you this, all it does is just waste your time because you're going to spend more time flying back and forth with some other build you've made, checking things out, and realising, oh, this block's off over here and that bit's wrong over there, and it just slows you down. You want to get on with, you know, unleashing the creativity, so to speak, and bringing these ideas to life in the world. X, can you toggle transparency on the blueprint? Is it not an option? No, there's no transparency with it. There's supposed to be, but for some reason it never works. It's my experience. I mean, we could give it a try again. It's just into here. So Ghost Block Alpha is transparency. I mean, it is set to. So we set it to half and then refresh. It's still pretty much the same, right? It doesn't go transparent. More creepy voices. That's what I like. Peanut Butter 144 is resubscribing for 2 months in a row, saying thanks for the awesome streams and videos, X. Thank you for the lovely message, buddy. Thank you for your 2 months of support. Appreciate it. Also, peanut butter. My belly just started rumbling. I love me some peanut butter. Today I had a peanut butter grenade protein bar. Oh, they're so nice, but I love me some peanut butter. I heard about cooking peanut butter with minced beef. I want to give that a try at some point. But I think tomorrow I have to eat some peanut butter. It's my favourite. Love peanut butter. It's so yummy and scrumptious. Scrumptious is not a good word for describing peanut butter. Just as soon as it came out my mouth, I'm like, nope. Will you be making a tutorial guide using Lightmatica, says Celestian. Probably not. I'm not very good at using it myself. Still, well, you know, I actually am getting a little bit better the more I use it. So maybe one day I might feel confident enough to show other people the ropes. But as of right now, I'm a bit of a newbie. And you don't want to be taught by a newbie. of that. There we go. We can get all the packed ice stuff done. I'm thinking, no, the jump didn't work because Minecraft servers jumping ain't easy, you know. Jumping ain't easy. Don't forget the stone slab. Oh yeah, we've got to do that. We've got a noise in the ear from Cheesy Katie, who's resubscribed for 2 months, saying thanks for the awesome content, X. Thank you for the nice message and thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying the content. And let's keep the content rolling. Let's keep time-lapsing. We ain't got no shaky frames on the OBS, on the slobs, and we're recording every block being placed for a future time-lapse. Oh, that reminds me. So I made a time-lapse in the video that I rendered before doing this stream, and in that I had used the velocity feature to speed up footage, and that usually causes my renders to slow down real hard, take a lot of time, and you know, I might have noticed that if it took a long time to render the video, but it took 11 minutes to render a 21-minute video with the sped up velocity bit in it. Probably would have taken about a minute less without it, so that is a good thing to know. I'm glad I remembered that. That is an important thing to know. Okay, packed ice, it is your turn to be placed. How smooth do you like your smoothies, says Goat Unicorn? I like them real smooth. Actually, to be fair, I have them pretty chunky sometimes as well. Or bitty, depending on how you look at it. I really like berries in smoothies. I like the seeds. I like eating the seeds. Oh, and I'm gonna make some smoothies next week if my shoulder's better and I start working out again. I learned about some more supplements. I mean, we could talk about. I feel like I talk about this stuff too much. I mean, it's what interests me. It fascinates me. I'm like totally into working out and bodybuilding at the moment, but I'm injured, and right now I'm sitting here with a compressor on my shoulder and an ice pack on it. And my next smoothie making day would be Sunday, because I will run out tomorrow. But when I went to buy my protein supplement, and by the way, this protein stuff, right? We're living in an age where the availability of information is amazing. Like, I've been really appreciating it lately. I've been watching documentaries about the wars, as it's called, like between World War I and II, and watching the channel that does World War II week by week, and deeply fascinated by like the history of Europe and what was happening. I just get immediately off topic, don't I? It's just like whoomp here, whoomp there. Anyway, we have such amazing access to information, and I was looking up all these scientific studies on what's called whey, and there's this process where you curdle milk and you create 2 types of protein supplement from it. And although it's a supplement, the science, which is very strong, very well researched, a lot of meta-analysis as well, really good information on it, is kind of suggesting that protein supplements are really healthy for hitting your protein goals and actually have their own health benefits as opposed to regular food. And I learned about, there's a type that I've been using called whey, which is the faster acting and more effective at building muscle type of protein. And then I learned about its counterpart. When you do the process, it creates 2 types of protein, and the other one is called casein, and it is a slower digesting protein. We did talk about this the other day, didn't we? I'm pretty sure I'm repeating myself. And it digests over a longer period of time in your system. So I'm going to make 2 sets of smoothies now. Rather than eating like fresh fruit like apples and bananas, I'm going to mix them into my smoothies, and then I'll get like my portion of fruit each day through the smoothies, and then I'll have some protein mixed in as well. Yeah. What's Badger saying? Acid whey from Greek-style yogurt used to be dumped in landfill because they didn't have a use for it and it was super bad for the environment. Now they use it in supplements. Oh, good to know that we've taken something bad for the environment and found a good use for it. Although, I won't say who said this because it comes from someone who is a musician who I like adore their music but find their worldviews sometimes abhorrent and sometimes really quite smart and insightful. Yeah, like I'm not going to say who they are just because they have some awful ideologies, but one of the things they said is that like bodybuilding is like bad for the environment and that it's like the wrong way to live in harmony with the planet, And there's actually, like, I think some truth to that logic, that you're sort of in a way consuming more than you reasonably need to, you know, and putting on this excess weight. But then again, like, what about a person's mental health? Like, is that not a priority in their life? I think for myself and a lot of people who work out, like, it gives you extraordinary, like, good feelings, like physically and mentally, like being in shape and exercising and taking care and eating right. It's not only a physical thing, it's like a mental thing as well. It helps you get your mind in order. I love learning about medicine and mental health things. It's not only interesting, but it's also a topic close to my heart, says the Fantasy Gaming. I'm very interested by, like, the mental health discussion, and not so much like medicine, more I listen to more stuff like about the war on drugs and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, that stuff deeply fascinates me as well, and it's certainly the talk of our time. We got noises in the ear from Edward 310501. Who's here with a donation saying, I hate watching ads on YouTube. If I just use ad block, then I feel like I'm stealing from you. Most YouTube videos I watch are yours, so I reckon by donating every now and then, I can justify getting an ad blocker, right? Yeah, Edward, I've always said it that, you know, if you want to use ad blocker on the web and you choose to support someone directly, I mean, that's fine by me. I think that's like a fair practice. So thank you so much for your donation and your support. You know, donating a $5 probably does more than watching videos for years on end, knowing how AdSense works, right? So thank you for that. And also, if anyone, like, I do have other people that say that ads slow down their system. Like, if you're on a rubbish laptop, and I do find that a little bit odd on YouTube though, because the ad on YouTube is the same as watching a video, right? But some people talk about ads slowing down their computer, and that's probably when you visit more kind of bloated websites with loads of nonsense stuff on it, where they're bombarding the page for the ads. But anyway, like, if you've got like a legitimate reason that you need to use an ad blocker, that's fine by me. We also got a noise in the ear from Akira Kami, or Akira Okami. Doing cheers, throwing bits, saying maybe it's the other way around. Increase the number instead of decreasing it. Shamrock. What number? What number, Akira? That's confused me, but thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. What number should be increased? What were we talking about with numbers a moment ago? I'm not even sure. The derp counter? Okay, there we go. The transparency. Oh! The transparency. So, no, wait, I'm totally forgetting how to do this. Well, it was already at 1, so does it go higher than 1? Oh, this better not, like, crash my thing. That one is... No, that way. Doing all the wrong things. It's still 100%, so it doesn't work the other way. Does ad blocker have ads? Says Adaptum Uniform. I think I heard a story once that they were going to implement ads, which is like absurd, but and kind of a bit scummy in a way. Like, you know, an ad blocker can be a tool in a way, but then when you start making money from the ad blocker, it's kind of like, hang on a minute, this is the economy of making money online, and then you want to say block them, but we'll put our own ads in somewhere. You'll get less overall, but then they would make money from that, and that's, yeah, kind of a bit sleazy, I guess. Here's another thing as well. I listen to all these podcasts, all these interesting discussions about our times and the things that we're doing, and you know, we have this thing on the internet where, like, things are free, or we expect them to be free. YouTube is free, etc. And I heard it ever so well put the other day that YouTube isn't free. YouTube is, like, you are the product of YouTube, is what people don't realize. That you using YouTube, you become like a figure in the market for people to advertise to. They're trying to get you to sell products, they're trying to get you to buy stuff, you know. Your using of it makes it even easier for you to be targeted by advertisements. And And that is like a currency we're not yet aware of, right? Like the value of our own data, the value of what we're doing online. We're contributing to these incredibly clever systems that learn human behavior and use it to make things more and more targeted, more and more profitable, figure out more and more about your psyche, and then be able to target you with your like weak spots, if you like, you know, the things that are going to get to you. Same with social media, says Pavemen Thumper. Yeah, because, you know, is Facebook free, or is it an incredibly powerful and profitable marketing system where everyone logs on and gives like this information about themselves away for free? Like you give your life away to this platform, and the technology is there for all of the stuff behind the scenes to rummage through, you know, who you are based on what you post, who you interact with, and be able to incredibly precisely target you with advertisements. I was listening to something today about mental health, and it got onto the topic of advertising, and if advertising contributes to depression or ill health, living in a society that's very materialistic and, you know, telling you life's all about having these things and showing them off, you know. Peeps are asking for night vision. We can do night vision. See, I'm not a very materialistic person, but we live in a world of objects and things, and of course having something like a computer is kind of useful. And I notice myself, I'm very like observant of my own mind, and I find myself sometimes getting caught up in materialism a little bit. Like, I had to shop for some things on Amazon the other day because I'm, you know, injured, and now I need to find a few things to help me recover, right? And I noticed myself getting excited at the prospect of buying these things, but all they are objects. And yet I could feel Amazon like ticking my boxes, so to speak, as it recommended me more things similar to what I was buying, and I was like, oh, that, you know, like that right there. And I don't know, I think it's important to be reflective on yourself and try and spot these things or figure them out. But anyway, we live in a society where we're constantly like bombarded by things we think we should have, or things we should Badger says Cuddles voice, damn capitalism. Yeah, damn capitalism. Marden says, do you know that you're extremely annoying, devious, stupid, idiotic, and handicapped? And then it's kind of like repeating that over again. Well, I mean, that might be your opinion, that I'm devious, annoying. I mean, if you're annoyed by me, just some chap on the internet, sitting around having a chat with some other peeps, I mean, that's not something you should be getting annoyed at. You should be coming here to have fun and hang out with us, you know. We're just placing blocks, really, is all we're doing. It should be more simple than that. You know, if someone comes in and wants to say something like that, peeps, I think it's always a good idea just to respond nicely, because a lot of people spend time on the internet trying to troll each other, and sometimes that can be like more of a reflection of what's going on in their own world, you know, like if you've got stress or problems weighing on your mind, some people resort to trying to take it out on others. So I think, you know, give them the opportunity to, like, hey, you know, you can say that, what you just said, or you can come here and hang out with us. Because we're just doing simple stuff like trying to jump on top of a block. How fast can I tap this? Okay, that's clearly not working. Let's try it one more time, though, because this sometimes works. Oh, goodness me. And I never picked up the ender pearl. What a derp. Cam Chrism says, toxic internet culture. Yep. It can be toxic, but I think it's better to, rather than get caught up in the idea of, you know, moaning about it being toxic or whatever, just be the opposite. And hey, like, I'll probably get caught up in that toxicness. Like I said, I listen to podcasts. I'm very interested in like what's happening in the world and what's topical, and you constantly encounter this kind of you know, this just how people, everyone knows what I'm talking about, how people talk to each other online sometimes, just civility straight out the window, and it ain't so great. It ain't so great. Sunny Spacecraft is here, subscribing. I like that username. Sunny Spacecraft. Sounds wonderful. Thank you so much for your support, buddy. Appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the stream. Tom Universe says, it's absurd how my rhymes got my shoulder injured. Jeez. I push rhymes like weight. Yeah. Oh, I don't think maybe even one person might know what that is. If you know what that is, then you can tell me in chat and maybe I'll catch it. The music is so relaxing, says the footy guy. Oh, isn't it? Isn't it? This is just what I needed to chill out. Chill out and relax. Sagan C says, do you deadlift? I've been practicing, but I'm not that comfortable with it yet. But I'm getting there. I was going to try the sumo deadlift and work on that a little bit. But then my shoulder happened, so getting that shoulder injury recovered first is a priority. Hey, BradX05! You got it, my man. You got it. Yeah, I push rhymes that way. Oh man, I love that song. Ice Cube is amazing. What an amazing rapper. Whenever people talk about the best, I feel like his name really doesn't come up as much as it should. I mean, he hasn't done like a classic like an Illmatic, but his debut record is just phenomenal. And like the following records have just got some timeless tracks on, and his persona and presence on the microphone is so strong and powerful. And I just think he's like, and you know, and he is also a massive influence being out of NWA. Like, there's so many reasons I think to praise Cube. Talking about Ice Cube when placing ice, says Evem. Yep, that's right. That's right. Try putting the transparency on 50, says Low Roseanne. Oh, okay, I like the way you're thinking. Let's see how you're thinking now. Oh, look, it set itself back to 1.0. Nah, okay, I had the right thing to begin with. If it set itself back to 1.0, 1.0 is, I think, is the maximum, basically. Today, I thought about wanting to try a relatively new bakery, and then I got an ad for just that a few minutes later. Never got an ad to that before, and I didn't even tell anyone. What are the odds? I'm gonna wear a tinfoil hat just in case there's maze time. Well, you know, okay, there's two things. One is that depending, you know, if you have a Windows 10 computer with Cortana, or you have like a phone and you haven't set it up properly, like a lot of devices track what you say and translate it and send it to use for advertising. If anyone here is using Windows 10 and you have on your start bar a thing where you can talk to the computer called Cortana, that will most likely by default be recording every word that you speak and then boom, 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 boom into text and sending it to Microsoft for them to digest, analyze conversation, and figure out how to target ads to you. The fact that like you can this looks like there's been a mistake here, I will say, but whatever. The fact that like it's almost like it can read minds is like, well, it sort of can, and it might feel really crazy that it just knows that you were thinking about a bakery, but this is like we're giving our devices and this technology, these algorithms, extraordinary amounts of information. It might not be actually that surprising that it's starting to figure out stuff about you before you do, even if it's that specific. Sass says, I just have no mic connected if I'm not using it. Good idea. Another thing to do on laptops is to always tape up the webcam on a laptop, because if your computer is compromised, like in any way, like people can use the webcam to access it remotely. It's one of the things I heard an anecdote about, was that, like, you know, Mark Zuckerberg and these other executives for Facebook or whatever. Oh. That might be a bit of a, yeah, that might have been a bit of a design hang up there. I started off with ice all the way underneath and then went, actually, let's put in some packed ice, and I left the ice underneath. I remember doing that now. Okay, well, we've got a change to make there. Let's focus on getting all of the Dark Prismarine at this level in first. And now let's listen to some screamy stuff. Jeez, this is supposed to be relaxing. Zuckerberg, did you say? Yeah, I probably said his name terribly, didn't I? As for the peeps asking for an eye break, I am doing the time lapse, and we've got to make sure we finish it. So I'm going to crack on. Anyway, yeah, I heard this anecdote once that like some of the top techie people, like you meet them or whatever in a meeting, and they got their laptops, and they've always got the webcam taped over because they know how like insecure devices are. Okay, this is. I'm going to leave it like this for a little bit. This is trippy right here. We've got some intense guitar in the background now. It's good in the hood. This music is very relaxing, says Potato. Isn't it just? Well, it was. It's got a little bit of a Summoning vibe. Summoning are an amazing band. If you never heard them and you like epic metal or black metal or like anthemic sort of stuff, Lord of the Rings, they've got like a incredible... They're from Austria, I think. Austria. X, have you seen any wild Rendogs today, says Father Apocalypse? I believe, yeah, I have seen Rendog on the server, I can say that. By the way, First Lady 01 is here resubscribing for 30 months. First Lady 01, thank you ever so much for your continued support. It is appreciated. I hope you're enjoying the stream that we are doing here today. Disappoint the dog, says Hermit Gang, Hermit Gang, Hermit Gang. Oh, it's great, isn't it? What about the missing slab, says Link? We did that, we took care of it. Wonder how many more layers of glass there is after this. I think there's like one more. Ah, we got a creeper over there. That's... Whoa, what? Okay, I pressed the wrong button. So where... Oh, look. Oh, look. I am doing this wrong then. Okay. Doing this very wrong again. So, I need to go... And I put glass on it again, right? Okay, so we'll come back to where we started and then cover all these blocks with glass. I think we need a night vision potion again. And I don't want to leave this post because if we go to the other side of the room, things might start spawning. Disappoint the dog. Glad you enjoy watching the streams, buddy. I hate night vision from now, says Mrs. Pumpkinhead. I mean, I'm gonna get some more going on here, just not this second, because we should cover this up before things start spawning on it. This is a proper screaming zombie. What's that weird background noise, says Cake Inter? I don't know. Some people call it music. Those crazy people are just screaming and hitting things. Ah, and then back to some beautiful, lush dungeon sim. There we go. All the best background noise here, says Torrance. Absolutely right. All the best. This project really did need stupid amounts of stained glass, didn't it? Stupid amounts. Foolish amounts, some might say. Alright, I think we got almost all... No, one block. Yep. Sweet. Let's go get some night vision. We're going to place a lot of that in a minute. Okay, we've collected a few things that are completely useless to us. There we go, that's better. X-Force is in need of black concrete. Can you help, says Onerous. You can tell her there's a machine loaded up in my base that needs using. But otherwise, I'm all out if she's taking it all. Okay, where are we at? What are we doing? I think we just continue with this dark prismarine and glass, right? Oh yeah, and then we've got to repair some bits. Do you ever get where you think, you know what, maybe it didn't need to be that detailed? Yeah, like constantly. Oh, like I said, next season we're going to turn a new leaf with playing this game, and it's going to be no big scale, all small, humble, focus on detail and backstory. Like, I just want to break this habit of like large scale stuff, because as much as I love it, it's such a big time sink, and I think I would benefit from like my play experience being like a little bit more like follow inspiration a little bit more at this point, because it just feels like I have all these inspired ideas, but then they just get separated by the amount of time it takes to make these crazy projects come to life, right? Like, you're seeing how much time it takes just to build parts of this, right? And think about how much of... Look at that, okay? Right? Think of all the hours. Just so I can have a weird big shape up there, you know? This is ridiculous, but... not only that, like, all the hours spent... Say hours, like, it happened over months that we were designing this stuff in Creative World. I had help from people in my staff on the Asumaverse, and, you know, it wasn't, like, solid months. So it was, like, on and off, but I'd be logging on every now and then for a few hours and designing and mixing bits together, and it's just a constant process, and I think I'd rather just, like, have ideas that I can do in an episode or whatever, and then it's done, you know, like build smaller scale and do humble type things, and then overall have like a large collection of lots of smaller things, as opposed to these massive time consuming projects. It's essentially what I want to go for. Mango Man says, like, aesthetic detail or functional detail. It could be either, really. I just like it to be on a smaller scale is the point. Like, if I'm going to have an idea and do something, it can't be this, like, let's build some giant, big, abstract shape. It's got to be, let's build a house, I guess. I've got some ideas rumbling around in my mind anyway. I've been very, very inspired by Draftmorg. His, like, play style, his world is just gorgeous and gives you a real sense of playing in the moment, right? And yeah, that's going to inspire me to think about playing this game differently again. Change up our play style. Selbit is streaming. Oh, right, okay. I don't know who Selbit is, but go enjoy it. So Mumbo won't be able to build another Gargantuan skeleton base. I'm talking about me, not other people on the server. I'm talking about what I want to do, right? Next season I want to have a different style. I mean, that being said, later on in the season things could change, right? Once these 3 big projects are out of the way, I've got like a list of stuff I've started to finish off, but those are smaller scale. So maybe when I go back to doing stuff like the pirate area, I can bring this new mindset to it. Badge says, this sounds like the intro to a Covenant song. I love the Covenant. I like their... I like Nexus Polaris is the album I like the most, I think. I kind of like their first record. It's more like black metal. I didn't like the remake of it, where they kind of upped it to sound like their more unique industrial style. But I love songs like Mirror's Paradise and New World Order. Man, what a great band. I think I got some of their tabs figured out, and I was going to learn it when I had a guitar with a different tuning, but Never got around to doing that. It's one of the things I'll do when I get back into guitar, is probably like just learn some new sets of songs in a totally different tuning, so I'm not like relearning stuff. Because that can be frustrating, relearning, because it's like, damn it, I used to, like, it's going to be pain to play Master of Puppets again one day, because it's going to be like, damn it, I could play this all the way through, and now I'm learning again, it's awful. Don't forget the Futuristic District, the most neglected district on the server, says Father of Apocalypse. It is, isn't it? It is, but we'll get around to it in time. Like I said, we've got some big projects to finish off, and after that it's you know, who knows where we're going to go. At least learning a second time is faster than the first, like riding a bike, says Mad Me. But yeah, it might be. I'll know all the tricks on how to build up strength faster and other things, you know. X, you ever looked into Rocksmith? It's like Guitar Hero, but you can play with real guitars. I have, and I can't remember the reasons I never got it or found a way into it. I think... I actually don't remember at all. I haven't really got an idea. There was some sort of reason that I never actually pursued it, though. I can't tell you what that is, unfortunately. It's going to make a very long time lapse. I am actually glad we started this from the beginning of the stream, because, you know, it's going to take a long time. I kind of knew it would, but now I'm starting to think this might be longer than a 2-hour stream over here. That being said, I think actually we put glass on. Wait, is this the last layer that we're building with the glass? Yeah, it is. Look. Maybe we'll do it on time. We'll see. All glass, please. We've got a good groove of building going on here, so it's actually probably going to be alright. Longer than 2 hours, says Mitch. It could well be. Aren't we well over an hour at the moment? I don't know, because it's not on my screen. I've got my camera account blocking my my timer, and I don't want to accidentally mess that up, so I'm just going to leave it blocked. I could squint at the stream thing. 1 hour, 12 minutes. Why is some of it showing red, says Grey Wolf? It's because we've got to replace it with the correct block. I accidentally, well, not really an accident, just didn't realise that the packed ice had dark prismarine above it. Also, I hear follow noises in my ear, peeps! I'll do that thing that the good streamers do and remind you to hit the follow button if you're new here watching. Maybe you want to follow me and catch more streams in the future. You'd be most welcome. Most welcome here. But there are 3 massive builds in the Future District. The only problem is 3 of them in the middle of the ocean and the other is underground, says Cement. Yeah, Mumbo should have put his base there. It would have been perfect, but I don't think Mumbo's going to do anything on the island other than shops, probably. But it would have fit that area perfectly. It was like literally the same thing. Okay, there we go. Are we running out? No, we're not. You mean it's Amazon shop, says Mirak? Yeah, the Amazon shop. Yeah, that'd probably go in that area. I might mention that to him. Don't build it out on the ocean. Go build it in the futuristic area. Because it'll be good out there. Thank you for following, peeps. I can hear all the noises. I appreciate that. Gaia Grasso, thank you for the nice message. Appreciate it. Joel Kip says it's just fitting that the futuristic district is all on water with all the melting ice caps in the future. I see what you did there. Turned it into a global warming thing. Peeps, I watched a video today from a cool channel that has like up-to-date sciencey info. I've spoken about like electronic cars in the past and said about how like when you factor in manufacturing costs and stuff like that on the environment that like it ends up being worse to get an electronic, I was going to say guitar, electronic car. I think it might, they didn't go into detail on it, like they didn't go into used cars, but I think it sounds very likely that getting a used car is still better than getting an electric car. But anyway, like, it's always good to all the little antidotes or whatever we have in our head to get them updated. And according to like the more recent data, electronic cars are starting to become better than petrol ones in terms of impact on the environment. What people don't consider is that like manufacturing, transporting goods, and what materials are used to create electronic cars and the processes that go into that all have impacts on the environment too. And you know, a large percentage of a car's impact on the environment is in the creation process, not in the fuel consumption process and the emission part, you know. And now we're dark. Don't you watch Minute Physics, says Philip. That's one of those channels. The channel that I was thinking of though is called Hot Mess. There's a lot of good PBS channels that I watch, like Above the Noise is another one. Really like those PBS ones there. Yeah, got a lot of good information you can learn and stuff, you know. Get in your noggin. Emission factors, says Mitch. Emissions, car emissions, you know, exhaust. Carbon being emitted from the fuel being consumed, right? So, I think it used to be the case, not anymore apparently, that an electronic car would create more emissions in the creation process, in making the car, than a normal car would being made and then emitting. But I think whatever you do, getting a second-hand car is probably going to be better than getting a first-hand electronic. You know, and the other thing that they pointed out in the video as well is it's not just about like what does the car emit, it's like how do you use it as well. You know, walk more, get on the bike, that's even better for the old environment, you know. Good information, you mean like memorising the first part of the periodic table, says the Fantasy Gaming. Don't even know what you mean by that. Like, good information as in they're a good source of information. They, you know, bring the latest scientific data and put them into informative videos. And, you know, I was informed about something last time I heard about it, the information was different, and I guess either the information is more accurate or something. Radiant Fire Dragon says batteries, pollution. Yeah, the creation of batteries is like quite a intensive process, and the materials that are used to create batteries have some, you know, creation process and mining of resources that are quite, they emit quite a lot of carbon into the atmosphere. All the information is just compiled by someone with another intent, says Jolkip. That could be true. That could be true. I mean, you have to put your faith and trust in these channels a little bit, right? And I've watched a lot of their stuff, and I don't know, it seems genuine. It's so difficult to have to put that into the equation as well, right? Is this genuine? You'd like to think that most people making videos like that are authentic or with good intent. Which channel is it, says Link? It's called Hot Mess. I think manufacture of electric car versus a new car and the production of fuel would be very similar, but I guess refurbishing an old car might be better, but we'd have to look into it more, says C. Lement. Well, what you got to think about getting a second-hand guitar is that the emissions of already... Guitar! I knew it... Why do I always do that when we talk about cars? I say guitar. It's so weird, my brain. When we're talking about like a second-hand car, the emission in the creation process has already happened. Therefore, if you're going to use that instead of a new one, then by having a second-hand car, you're, you know, only as one person, but you're lowering the demand for new cars, right? So in theory, your choice means that one less new car is produced. It's not exact, but if you imagine more people think it through and do this, then as the numbers of people being smart with their purchasing decisions goes up, it becomes a truth, right? So anyway, on that principle, like the... Wait, what? And then it crashed. And then it crashed. Peeps. Ooh, that affects the camera account as well, and hopefully not the stream. That's gonna... I need to put a clap so I can see it later in the timeline. Alright, camera count's back on. Hopefully that gets edited out. Nice and easy. Hermit crash, hermit crash, hermit crash, says Say Concede. Hermit crash. Oh, apparently we're never even over there. So what happened here? Right, I'm gonna guess... Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Anyway, the emissions on the car have already been out there, you know, so when you buy it, you're picking up a vehicle, and for you it's like, no emissions have been made until you start driving it, I guess. Because the man on the Mars stopped eating cars and eating bars, and now he only eats guitars, says Cheesy Katie. Is the man on Mars me? Because only I could confuse those things. What is you making, says Dark Knight? We're making the floor of my base at the moment. Whew. And now we need more dark prismering. This might be, the X's might be the last, I think they are actually, I think they're the last of all the prismering we place. Very good, so we'll put glass on top of it so stuff don't spawn here. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Gotta make jumping noises. Gotta make those jumping noises. And there's the rest of our dark prismering. Sweet. Whew! This place is looking good. We've got a long way to go with the building. Ah boy! What a terrible comment! Goodness me! Well, you're far off from the truth, my friend. Goodness me. Right, let's go over this direction. All of that floor is what? Says Yahirida. All of this floor is glass, packed ice, and dark prismarine. The glass is to stop the mob spawning, and the other blocks are to look cool. X's placing X's, says Potato Bob. Oh! No! No! I destroyed things that should never have been destroyed. Okay, cheaty jump. Yes, we did a cheaty jump. Okay, back to normal. Back to normal. I guess that's one thing we've got to be cautious of here. Watch out for Scar, says Gruel. Why should I watch out for Scar now? Because Scar isn't streaming, right? Scar doesn't do weekday streaming, I'm pretty sure. Assume I start a podcast already, says Nutty. I don't know why I did the silly voice for that. I think about it a lot, but the problem is, like, these things that I talk about, they're just better when they become like a flow, and they become a flow when we're doing this. And I think to make a podcast, like, I think podcasting needs to be something consistent, and it needs to have more than just like one person talking. And I just don't know where I would get like started on, you know, how to make that happen. But you know, because I listen to them, I'm definitely interested in that, and it sounds like something that I would enjoy doing, but don't really see where or how I'd do it and how I'd stay committed, right? So, I mean, you can use these like their podcasts, you know. Any news about Hightail, says Paul Pouse. Dude, I was supposed to make a Hightail video today. I completely forgot. I'll have to do that tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to make a note. Maybe I'll have time to do it after this stream. I completely forgot. I didn't look at my notes today. I kind of knew I needed to do Hermitcraft, so I just cracked on with that all day. Did a little bit of Factorio as well. Any news on Minecraft Dungeons? None, actually. Haven't heard anything about that. Now that looked like one heck of a game I want to play, especially if it's like Diablo. Goodness me, take my life away. Diablo 2, as a kid, I just played that for hours on end, you know. That's a game I really want to have a grind on one day again, but I don't know when I would, because like, video games can be addictive, right? Or you can be an addictive person, and I just feel like, as much as I love Diablo 2, it's going to tap into that like bit where you sort of disconnect yourself from everything, right? Like, when I play games for videos, I feel like I'm being creative and bringing something into the world, as opposed to like shutting oneself out from it. And as much as I love Diablo 2, that's very much like an experience of just getting your head inside of this, I don't know, place where it's just like all you care about is this grind, these little dopamine rushes from, you know, fighting these monsters and getting these, you know, items with numbers on them. Then you want the next one up, and like, I can get into that, and we've done a little bit of that here. We played a game called Gemcraft, which was definitely like a cookie clicker kind of addicted game like that, right? And I just feel like, as much as I want to play Diablo 2 again one day, it's only going to be that. It's just going to be a complete waste of time, really. And I will probably be smart to it, right? I'll probably be like, unless I do, like, I talked about doing it with Rendog once, unless I can turn it into something, like maybe if it were like with a friend on a stream, then all of a sudden it becomes entertainment for other people, it becomes sociable, and like, then it has so many more positive qualities to it. Elon Musk hosted meme review, says Say Concede. Really? Actually? What, is that like a video that came out? Because everyone will watch that. That'll be hilarious. What the heck? That's some internet history again right now. Apparently he promised Mr. Beast, okay. But has it happened yet? I'll believe it when I see it, you know. You forgot one of your exes, says the last psycho. Oh yeah, we'll go do that now then. Another game we played, me and Ren, on stream was StarCraft. That was really fun. Really fun resurrecting StarCraft. We're going to resurrect Red Alert and some other games in the future sometime. I think when I'm done with my Factorio series, that's when I'll be ready to pick up a new game. Okay, darkness is kind of trippy, right? I'm going to leave it like this for a moment. Oh, we totally needed a thumbnail for all of this. Like, we could have stepped back from the X and made this a thumbnail at one point. Maybe we'll do that now while it's kind of dark and trippy. Let's just fill in the last, right, that's the last of the Dark Prismarine. What if I do, I don't know, would this even look remotely cool? Or interesting? Actually, that does kind of look amazing for a thumbnail. Okay, there's our thumbnail. I remembered, peeps. I remembered about the thumbnail. Hamstap says yes! Someone's excited. Yes for what? Yes for what is the question. It was Ren and X's Sky Factory that got me addicted to mods. We'll have to see if you can get me back into StarCraft. Well, I played StarCraft UMS maps. And, like, the defense games and whatnot. And me and Ren got to play some of those together again. But I don't think he had played them back in the day. I think he just played the regular StarCraft. So it's probably a bit more nostalgic for me. But I think he enjoyed them. I'm sure he did, because we kept streaming them for a while. But yeah, that was a while ago. That must have been probably a couple of years ago now. Back in Season 4, maybe. And then we were going to do Diablo 2, but we got around to that. I think if I did play Diablo 2, it might be fun to put a couple of mods in there, just so there's some like extra stuff to look forward to, if there even is mods. But it's a real hack and slash, like, mindless game. I don't really remember there being much skill to it, but maybe that's just the way I played it, right? Like, you just charge in there and cast spells and click away like a madman and keep an eye on your health. Probably just playing like a kid played it. Christian Steen says, what is the name of the mod you have on? It's Light Matica. I'm using Light Matica at the moment. And I know what we need at the moment. Nothing but glass, really, isn't it? Pretty much nothing but glass until we get to the edge where we do the slabs. Oh, we've still got quite a bit of prismarine left over. If we go up a layer, is that going to be helpful? I think it's a little bit helpful. I'm actually going to turn it off. I think I'll throw it this way. It'll help us when we're not sure where we need to place any more blocks. That's when it will help us. But otherwise, we're going to make our way from one side to the other. Because it can be easy just to like miss one or two. Got to keep a mental map of the hole you're filling in. D2's mods last time I played it, says Scalvin. I know it's got, I know it has mods, because it had mods when I played it, but like, I guess I was speaking in terms of like, this game is 20 years old or something, like, does this stuff still work? Can we multiplayer anymore? Like, what's the deal? I think it's probably going to be like some fan support for keeping the multiplayer alive. X, what food could someone wake you up for in the middle of the night? Anything, really. Like, if someone woke me up and was like, here's food, though, I might be like, why? Like, I'll eat in the morning. I mean, I believe there is some sort of semantic to the question that I guess I probably don't understand, right? Curry came to mind, though. I like a good curry. Maybe I'll just wake up in the middle of the night and eat one. There are still mods being made. Median XL, Diablo 2 mod. Got an update. I'm going to have a little search of that. I'm going to put that on my notepads and search for that later. Thanks for letting me know. Median XL, I'll check that out. Mitch says, I hate Indian food. Why would you hate food? Such a strong word for something that keeps you alive every day. I am a huge fan of Indian cuisine. Don't get me started. Oh, I had a sag paneer the other day that was gorgeous. I love spinach. I've had so much spinach lately. Really tasty. Oh, now I'm thinking about having a curry. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. X, the video to watch with Elon Musk meme review is Will Smith hosts meme review and skip to 1336. Well, did he actually host it, or is it like a joke, or what's the deal? I mean, if he hosts it, I was expecting like a whole episode. But I mean, I don't know how they'll do that or what's going to happen. But someone put a message like it had happened, I guess. He actually hosted it, okay. Can we get... He legitimately hosted it, but for how long, I guess, then? And is it just a little something buried deep in the video, then? Is that the deal? So, quite a few people are saying he did actually host it. Okay, that's cool. Now, was it the whole thing, or just, like, buried at the end of the episode, as someone might have suggested? Like a little tidbit. We got a noise in the ear. It's the real Don't Call Me Sir. Or should I say the real Don't Call Me. Thank you so much for your subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're enjoying the stream, sir. I did it. Sorry. I apologise. I apologise for my abhorrent behaviour. My polite yet abhorrent behaviour. The last 7 minutes of the video is Elon and Justin doing the meme review. Alright, cool. Thanks, Father. I'll definitely watch that and see how it is. Okay. Let's crack on. This thing ain't gonna build itself, you know. It ain't gonna build itself. Now we need Elon and Hermitcraft. Oh. I don't think we'd do like a celebrity thing on here or anything like that. It's not really what we're about. I also don't think like Hermitcraft is that kind of thing either, right? Like, I don't know. I couldn't see a scenario where anyone would be interested, like, and B, where it would make sense to have some sort of famous person on. Like, what would they do? Build a base? That could be pretty cool, actually. Laura Incredible, congratulations on being offered an internship. Well done, that's terrific. Congratulations, you. Get Elon to do redstone. The best friend plank, you are 100% right. I now want to see Elon do redstone. I bet it will just be genius level. That's hilarious. I love how just in one sentence, like, my whole theory is completely undone. Yeah, like, take whatever it is this person is good at and apply it to some sort of Minecraft. Is LeBron James a famous basketball player? Because I hear the name all the time. Like, get LeBron to come on and do parkour in the tag building. Because of the jumping. Oh, God. Oh, Asuma. You and your goofy little jokes. They're not funny. Why'd you put us through this? Why'd you torture us this way? They're like dad jokes. Goodness me. Daddy Suma says Hamstab. Oh, dad mode. Ah, oh, there we go. Thought we'd run out, but no. I spotted you straight away. Get the Queen of England to fight the Ender Dragon. Oh, she'll have no clue what's going on. No clue. Right, some over here. There's still quite. Didn't I just run out of night vision? I thought it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So if I now do that, this is actually going to be useful now because I can't see. Right, looks like we just got a few bits here. And then we good. What's chat saying? Do you ever want to talk to someone who doesn't really know you and start talking about something or someone they don't know? What? Don't know what you mean by that. Tron in Minecraft. It's got a very Tron vibe to it, actually, doesn't it? Didn't Seth Bling create like a Tron game, the bike racing game at some point? Badger says I like rusty spoons. What, are you salad fingers? Is that what this is? Whoopsie daisy, ran out of glass. Whoopsie daisy! Don't mind me running out of glass. Didn't Seth Bling create? The answer is probably yes, Jolkit. Yep. The answer to that sentence is probably yes. We got a noise in the air from Force Master 89 resubscribing for 27 months, saying, "Ooh yay, finally caught an X stream. How's it going, X?" It's going good, man. Thank you so much for your 27 months of support. That's incredible. I appreciate it, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. It's been a good one today. It's been a very good one. How do you motivate yourself to do massive projects as Boss Bro? Well, fortunately for me, I have an amazing audience of peeps who are interested in what I'm doing, and that just makes it so much easier to be like, I want to do something crazy, because you know other people are going to enjoy it. You know, it's like I'm not just building for myself, I'm building for all of y'all. Right, sweet. So now it's dark prismarine around the outside, and then slabs on top of it, and we are done. Speaking of which, though, we should probably get those slabs figured out straight away. So I'm going to put my backpack on the wall. Inside of it is a mysterious bench of the crafting. And I don't know how many of these we're going to need, so I'm going to use them all up straight away. You know, brain smarts. Brain smarts in the higgity house. All right. Let's cover them up. Cover them up. I just realised something. Over here, I think these ones might be entirely unnecessary because they are not going to be seen from below. Right, so what we will do is build out across them. We got a noise in the ear. It's Sniper Rifle. It's subscribing with Amazon Prime. Sniper Rifle, thank you for using your Amazon Prime subscription on me. I appreciate that. And I hope that you are enjoying the stream. Thank you. Right, we just saved some prismarine, didn't we? Efficiency much? I think so. Did you hear about the Pixelman Let's Go server, where there are lots of people on that server I want to see on play some Pixelmon? I did not see that Pixelmon server. Can anyone see anything? It's so dark, says Vivalt. I can see these blocks that are bright. That's about all we can see though, right? Whoopsie. Whoopsie doopsie. Cool. Sniper Rifle says, I stepped away for a minute. Did he mention the mini golf? I did not mention any mini golf. Okay, are we out of slabs? I think we're out of slabby jabbies, peeps. The Fantasy Gaming, sign up for Twitter. That's all you got to do. Badger Spanner says, I have a weird craving for those Hovis biscuits you get in cheese cracker variety packs. Oh, they're tasty. Man, biscuits are the devil though. Sugary. Not much goodness to them. I want a biscuit now, my tummy's rumbling. My tummy is rumbling. Hey X, just letting you know that you actually made me discover Meshuggah in one of your streams, and I am now a huge metal fan. Thank you ever so much. Nigel, that is awesome. No problem at all. What a great way to get into metal through one of their most extreme Meshuggah. Oh, I could talk about that band for a millennia, or I could. That's I think, out of all the music that like gives you the feels, gives you the crazy, oh my god, what is going on here feels. They're the band that time and time again, their songs just explode my brain when I listen to them. All those crazy polyrhythmic grooves. Oh, they're amazing. Ha! Never heard Meshuggah, says Copper Griffin. If you want to be sonically assaulted by polyrhythms, go give them a listen. Oh, they're awesome. Yeah, they're pretty much like probably one of the most important metal bands to have happened over the last 20 years. Like, since Metallica, there has been a bit of a, like, absence, I guess, of, like, a mega metal band, if you like. Slipknot and a few of that generation, System of a Down and what, have had, like, a huge presence. But in terms of, like, advancing the genre or giving something new, I think Meshuggah have pretty much been, like, the innovators of a new sound. Abby Cottontail says announcing it Twitch live stream on YouTube. That is, that's what I do. I announce them on YouTube. Soulfly says Plock. I love Soulfly, great band. Fly High is my favourite song of theirs by far. Love Fly High. Is that Schematica mod he's using, says Perky Bulge. It is Lightmatica. Badger says hit 10k harmony, I officially have no life. You have a derp life is what you have now. Okay, you don't have a second life, you have a derp life. There we go. X-Balloon says, you play Fortnite. What's Fortnite? I play Twitch. I play on. Okay, that was a terrible attempt at a joke. I tried to be trolly and I immediately just kerfuffled my words. Well done, me. Give me a medal, someone. Jeez. I should shut up. Low End Zan says my eyes are hurting because we haven't done an eye break. You can do your. You don't need me to tell you to do an eye break. I mean, all I'm doing is placing... I'll let you in. Little spoiler alert, peeps. I'm placing blocks. Oh, giving away the rest of the stream. But now you can look away if you want to. What's the most derps you ever done on the stream, says Mango Man. I think it was like 100 and something. Those were dark days. Spangle knows. She's got it in her spreadsheet of derps. Alright. Very nearly there now. That's probably actually more than... it's definitely more than enough. And, it's because it's night time it's so dark in here. Right, there it is, peeps. The last few blocks. Whew, I need to sleep in a bed. Make it brighter in here. Downside up sheep. Twitter is probably the best. Right, it's still not very bright in here, is it? But we did it! Yay! Yay! We did it. Okay, we're going to get this camera account sorted out in a second. So from up here, that is what we have built in this entire stream, my friends. That is what we have done. Let's get this... yep, let's get this thing done. 1 hour 40 minutes of time-lapsing. Probably a little bit less than that. Probably like 1:35, I guess, in total. And let's kick the camera account off. Your job is done. And then, hello. Yep, and that. Sweet. Right, that was pretty good. It was pretty good. Brandy says, of all the hold hermits, I miss Kralis the most. I miss Kralis too. Kralis is a legend. Alright peeps, I think this is where we're going to wrap the stream up. Going to just do a little bit earlier since we did that project, and I'm also feeling knackered. So massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and shared. As always, I appreciate your support. Hope that you enjoyed the shenanigans today. I'm just picking out a channel to go raid. I forgot to leave the raid screen up. Oh, we'll go raid False. False is on Hermitcraft right now. Right, see you everyone. Bye bye.